Hello guys, welcome back to Leaping Lotus Tarot. Got some incense going here, got my candles going in the back. We are ready for a Cancer and Scorpio reading. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. We're gonna start with Cancer. We'll see what messages need to come through. The deck I'm using today is the Black Cats Tarot deck. This is what it looks like. This one's a little bit tricky for me because it has Roman numerals, but not like what the actual cards are. So I have to kind of, you know what I mean? Like I may have to reference the book at some point just to make sure, but because the imagery also on these is not totally typical either, so it just makes it extra tricky, but that's okay. I know you guys will bear with me and it'll all be fine. All right, we've got this beautiful purple crystal here that we're going to clear the deck with. Go ahead and take a deep breath, tune in. I will do the same. What message does Cancer need to hear today? And we're paper chasing already. I got 2 so far, 3, 4. All right. Oh, we have the King of Cups. Very cool. So in this imagery of the King of Cups, we have this cat who's actually stargazing. He's looking up into the sky. So we have a masculine energy here who perhaps is more than just an emotional type of energy here. So this could be you being a Cancer with that cup energy, but I'm getting here that this can be somewhat of an intellectual as well. Not getting a lot of grounded energy though, even though we do have him here leaning against this tree. But looking up at the stars, it's like there's somebody here that's got a very sort of wishful thinking type of mentality, a very looking to the stars for guidance, which makes a lot of sense, right? You're here for a tarot reading. So let me grab this one that fell on the floor real quick. This looks like strength. We've got the cat here and this lion sort of kneeling and like almost like asking for forgiveness or something from this little black cat. And if you look at the shadow of the cat too on this wall, it's a very large shadow. So even though this lion is a lot bigger than this cat, it's like it's this the size of the cat. It just shows how strong and stable this force is for this lion in need. So perhaps you are somebody who, you may be small in stature, but not necessarily, but this may resonate that you're small in stature, but you're big in heart, you're big in pride, you're big in strength, you're big in, you help people around you, you have that king energy, whether you're a feminine or a masculine, you have a strength about you, you have a confidence, you're sure about what you like, you're sure about what you stand for. This is very, very cool. Okay, we actually ended up getting a lot more cards out than I thought. We've got several more here to go through. 7 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles usually is like growing your garden type of thing. Somebody who's still kind of got a lot of like inner work perhaps to do. But in this case, it's like this little kitty here is in a meditative state, patiently waiting for this tiny little plant to grow. So it's not like somebody sitting here waiting, like waiting for water to boil, staring at it type of thing. It's not like somebody staring at this plant waiting for it to grow. There's a lot of patience here. This is a very, I was saying before that I'm not sure how grounded this person is, but it's almost like this King of Cups embraces all aspects of energy. There is a groundedness, there is an air to them as well, with looking up to the stars, but then being a Cups energy as well, that's emotion. And then Pentacles, obviously, earth energy as well. This is the Lovers. This is the Lovers, these 2 cats dancing on this beautiful sort of almost like this luscious garden stairway to heaven. So you may be in a connection with somebody right now. You may be strength for somebody right now. You may be a feminine, being strong for a masculine. And by being this, you guys are kind of heading on this stairway to heaven. It's like there's this beautiful, again, it's like that air. It's like that, your head's in the clouds in a sense, like you're almost like, is this too good to be true? But again, there's just that very grounded energy with that Seven of Pentacles. So it's like it feels too good to be true with this Lover's card, but at the same time, it's not too good to be true. It actually is your reality. And this looks like the Knight of Pentacles. So I'll have to get some clarification onto what that means in this context. And this is the Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this could be another person, because these sort of are standing alone here in this sense. This feels like somebody external to you. So I feel like this is very much you, the past, the cards that we just went through, those four, the King of Cups, the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Strength card. But here we have that Two of Pentacles. What is clarification for the Two of Pentacles real quick? We have Six of Cups. The imagery on this, I have not seen this one come out before, but it's this cat sitting on a moving box, actually like a suitcase, sort of looking back a little bit, and there's this memory. It's like this this old sort of childhood home, perhaps. If you see this gray imagery, it's looking back, and there's these spilled cups here. It's almost like the past was this Four of Cups type of vibe. But this was, since it's a Six of Cups, this is a moving forward energy, thinking and stepping forward into a new beginning, still kind of looking back a little bit on the past, but definitely moving forward, definitely moving past it. Six of Cups normally is like a family card. Somebody, you know, offering, you know, a family situation to somebody. But what's funny here, it's almost like somebody's looking back on, like, it's like the things of their past are no longer holding them captive to moving forward in the future. So that's what the clarification was for the Two of Pentacles reversed. So they were out of balance before, but they're working towards coming out of that imbalance, working towards coming out of that sort of Four of Cups energy, and looking into the future. What is the clarification for the Knight of Pentacles? Oh, that one really flew. Hold on. This one is Hanged Man, but it's reversed. So the Hanged Cat reversed. So the Knight of Pentacle energy typically is not a very fast moving forward knight. It is a knight with the intention to move forward in perhaps a prosperous pentacle offering way, but again, not very fast. But we have the Hanged Cat and the Hanged Man, that it's reversed. So it's kind of like there's not a fast moving energy like, I say, an Eight of Wands or like a Knight of Swords or something like that, but there is definitely movement towards that. So I think this is all somebody else. This perhaps, so let's ask, who is this? This is perhaps the lover that you're dealing with, that you're kind of having to, they're that lion in the sense. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo. You're having to be that Strength card for. So who is this Knight of Pentacles, Hanged Man reversed sort of energy? Who is this? Is this the lover? Is this your... Four of Swords? I would say so. I would say so because this is somebody with a cat with a little broken leg here. Four of Swords is a meditation energy, having to kind of sit with themselves. That makes a lot of sense here with the Six of Cup imagery. Somebody's having to sit with themselves and really have to come to terms with like this new beginning, really having to let go of the past. Can't be thinking about past things anymore. So that's pretty exciting. I would like to know like where this is going. What does this character, this Knight of Pentacles energy, what do they want? What's their goal? Like, we see very clearly that they're having to move on, and that's very much where they're in right now, getting over things of the past. But where do they want to be? What's their goal? Where do they want to be? The Tower reversed. So nobody wants the Tower upright, right? Like, they do in the sense that people want new beginnings, right? People want to start over. They want to have fresh beginnings, but the tower that comes with it isn't always the most exciting thing to go through, right? Things have to crumble down. Just like Kurt at New World All-Star says, the piece of shit shack has to come crumbling down before you can build the beautiful castle in its place. So that's kind of what has to happen, but it's like someone's afraid of losing what they've currently established, perhaps. Or maybe since they're kind of just now sort of moving out of this past energy here that we have with the Six of Cups, this memory. It's almost like maybe they're, because they are sitting on the suitcase too, so it's almost like maybe they're not even fully established in their shack, if you will. Maybe they just really don't feel ready for it to come crumbling down yet. Ace of Swords reversed. You could also take it perhaps as they're not ready to communicate. So if you look at this cat, he's sitting on this hilltop and he's got this horn and he's trumpeting into the distance. He's establishing, I am here, I am ready, I've put this dark forest behind me, I'm at the precipice here, I am ready. And it's reversed, okay? So he's not ready to blow that horn of announcement just yet. Also alludes to the fact that he's still that sort of knight energy, that Knight of Pentacles, still not moving forward very fast. Let's go back to you real quick with the Strength and the Lovers. What do you want? What are you ready for and what do you want? It may not be you. This may be switched around, but I'm taking this as you for right now. We have, it looks like this is Temperance reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. So there's nothing, you're not unsure, I don't think, here about this person. I think that even though they have feelings of being unsure right now, that's not how you feel. There's nothing that you have to hide, even though they may not feel like they have communication to come forward with just yet. Communication-wise, you have nothing to hide. You have nothing that you're not willing to say. Temperance reverse, though. We'll have to get a little clarification on that. And then this one is, this is Emperor. This is number 4 here. So this is an Emperor. This is a masculine energy. So it's very interesting. Perhaps you are a masculine because before, remember, you came through as the King of Cups. You're coming through as the King of Cups and the Emperor. So you're very well established. You're really able to be support for people, okay? But let's go ahead and get clarification on that, that Temperance reversed. Let me go ahead and confirm real quick that that is Temperance. I mean, with the scales being balanced like that, I'm very positive that it is, but I do not want to continue with this reading under that impression if that is not what this is. So give me just a moment as I flip through this. Here. Okay, see, this is why we had to ask. This is why we had to ask. Justice. This is Justice reversed. That makes a difference. It looks very much like Temperance with those scales, right? But okay, so Justice reversed. This is like you are in your Emperor energy, you're in your King energy, or someone you know is, right? But justice cannot be received, like justice cannot come here. Like things cannot be fully balanced out and evened out and made right, is what I'm more trying to say, because of the imbalance in energy. We've got a Knight energy and we've got an Emperor energy. So this could be two masculines. This could just be sort of a masculine, feminine, and a masculine. I'm not really getting feminine energy off that Knight of Pentacles, really. So it's kind of interesting, that dynamic. What's going to be the future outcome for these two? Are they going to be able to make it work? I mean, we had the Lovers come through, but that could just be on the side of the Emperor. Like, they may be ready for that Lover's ride, but perhaps the Knight isn't. Three of Pentacles. So what I'm getting with that is before maybe a full romantic connection can be established between these two, they may kind of have to start building something together. Maybe in a work situation. Maybe they meet at work. Maybe they can collaborate well in a team setting. So it's almost like in order to ease maybe perhaps into this Lover's connection, there has to be a little bit of like work talk, if you will. Like it can't all be a dreamscape garden moving to heaven, right? It can't just be all up in the clouds and looking to the stars. Maybe there has to be a little bit of groundedness here. There needs to be a little bit of realism for that night. There has to be some work, some actual carving, some, you know, building of a future in a tangible sense, not in just a mystical sense, I guess, if you will. Tell me a little bit more. Okay. This, I'm not sure what this symbol is, if this is a queen or... I don't think it is because it's a very masculine looking card. This, I don't think this is a knight. This must be either a queen or a page, but I'm guessing a page because of the masculine looking cat here. But again, it doesn't really matter what this is. It's a not fully in their power energy, right? It's still developing. It's not a king or an emperor. But again, if you're looking, it's forging out of rock in this imagery here, the Three of Pentacles, forging out of stone and, you know, or like more metal, it seems like. Maybe it is stone too, but just two different forging cards just came through here. So something is having to be forged. Something's having to be chipped away at and molded and melded and smeltered and all those fun words for making metal and building things and creating. So a lot of creative energy here. Tell me more about this creative energy. Ooh, that was good. We got quite a bit come out. So the creative energy may be really resonating for some. The two is High Priestess. So, kind of again looking off into the sky here. The High Priestess can have a little bit of mystery to her. So I am kind of getting here in this imagery also, there's the moon in the corner. So there is a little bit of mystery to this connection. Four of Pentacles reversed. But overall, oh, and we've got the sun. Overall, both parties are going to give to this connection fully, I believe, and come into the sun. Look at these two cute little kitties playing on this sunflower. That is such a, look how bright and beautiful this card is. I love the sun. The sun is so awesome. So yeah, we've got the High Priestess and the sun, and we've got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Four of Pentacles is kind of holding things close to your chest, being a little bit stingy, not wanting to give, keeping it all to yourself, but it's reversed, right? So these are people, or someone in this connection is going to be really willing to give here. And I do think it's that knight energy willing to come forward, because that's who we've kind of been basing these cards off that have been popping out. Like, this is very much this knight, this person who's trying to forge something, create something, build something. Three of Pentacles, collaborate, establish something, work hard. Again, in the beginning, even with the feminine energy I'm sort of speaking to here, usually the feminine energies are the ones who tune into the channel. Not always. Actually, I have a pretty 50-50 male-female dynamic. Again, feminine, masculine energy is interchangeable with the genders, so kind of relevant there. Also too, because that feminine that I'm speaking to in theory also had those king and emperor energies come through, right? So we have the, this must have come out again. So yeah, this came out again, but it was reversed. So this was the knight. I'm going with knight here. If you look at this imagery at the top, that looks like a knight, doesn't it? I think that looks like a knight. But it was reversed. So this Knight of Pentacles energy is moving into the reverse position. Let's ask why. I think it's because there's now this sort of moving away from the Four of Pentacle dynamic and that Four of Sword dynamic, and that we didn't have Four of Cups come out, but that Six of Cups very much even had in the imagery of that Four of Cups. So a lot of fours here. 444 may resonate for you. But let's ask why this knight is now reversed. Is it because of that Four of Pentacles reversed? Eight of Swords reversed. Good. Eight of Swords is the woman tied up and blindfolded on the beach, not able to see what's around her, which behind her is actually a big, beautiful castle. But this is reversed, so somebody is not feeling restricted anymore. And that makes a lot of sense because we had the Hangman reverse come out earlier too. Someone is no longer feeling trapped, restricted, I think really by their own mindset. I'm really getting that it's their own, because we had Four of Swords. It's like their own mentality, their own mindset. That restriction is no longer limiting them. This one here, I'm gonna have to look up in the book. This Roman numeral, this must be like judgment maybe. I think this is judgment. Let me go ahead and look it up real quick. Oh no, it's the moon. See, I'm so glad I have this book with me. This is the moon. Yeah, this is number 18. So that kind of makes sense, because if you look up in the corner, there's that little kitty moon, a little face of the kitty moon in here. And this cat has got his like arms stretched up, looking up to the sky, with this little body of water right behind him with the moon. It's like, I'm finally ready. I'm going to follow my intuition. I'm opening myself up to the potential of this connection. I'm no longer feeling like I have to hold back in any way, basically. So that's really exciting. That's really great to see where these guys are heading towards the sun there. This is fantastic. I absolutely love that reading. That was so optimistic. You know, no longer being restricted by things of the past, no longer letting things that may have really hurt before determine the outcome of their future. Let's go ahead and end this Cancer reading with a quick little oracle message, and then we'll move on to Scorpio. Any final messages for Cancer here? That one wanted to come out, but it didn't. We'll take it another step through here and see. Okay. Oh, I think it actually did end up coming out because it was pink. My heart is open to love. Yes, that's exactly what we were just talking about. Being open to that new beginning, being open to being emotionally vulnerable again, not letting things of the past keep them down anymore. That's beautiful. Being open to love. Absolutely. Manifest your wishes. Yeah. If you want a connection, if you want romance, if you want somebody by your side to hold your hand through this beautiful thing of life, don't be afraid to ask the universe for it. Really, you know, whatever's meant for you cannot pass you by, but don't be afraid to ask for it too. Don't be afraid to tell the universe, hey, you know, I went through some stuff, but now I'm ready. And if that's not you who feels that way, I feel like we probably all do resonate that with that in a sense, because I'm sure this channel is meant for people over 18, you know, so I'm sure you've gone through heartbreak. Everyone probably at this age has gone through heartbreak and pain and knows what that feels like to feel rejected and not wanted. But that's in the past. Manifest your wishes. Be open to love. Open your heart to love. Really embrace that King of Cup energy, that emotion energy. And I know you already do, because you're a Cancer, right? And so you are the sign that's probably the most in touch with their emotions. Even if you don't consider yourself to be an emotional person, you're at least emotionally intelligent, I would say. You at least are aware of your emotions. Some people, like you, it's really crazy to think, like I'd say I'm pretty in tune with my emotions. But some people, like you ask them, it's like, yeah, I don't even know what I'm feeling. I was like, how do you not know what you're feeling? Like, so some people really can't even identify what they're feeling, and you definitely can. So follow your intuition, follow your gut. Don't be afraid to manifest and ask for what you desire, because you're bringing in the sun, you're bringing in amazing things for you. Okay, we're ending it right at 23, so let's go ahead and jump right into Scorpio. We're going to stick with the Black Cat Tarot deck. We're just going to keep rolling with that. All right. I'm going to clear the space a little bit here. I've got a little bit of this incense still left. All right, Scorpio, what do you need to hear? What do you need to know? Scorpio. All right. Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Someone's standing at the edge of the cliff here, blowing their horn. This is actually fun. We got these 3 cards out for the Cancer reading as well. But this is in the reverse at the last reading. It is upright for this reading for Scorpio. Somebody, I don't know if it's you or this other person, is ready to come forward with a communication, with an offer, with an announcement. We have the Moon reversed. No longer feeling unsure, no longer doubting their own intuition, no longer feeling, you know, mysterious and in the shadows. Something is very clear. Something is very clear. 4 of Pentacles reversed. No longer wanting to hold back. No longer wanting to keep things all to themselves. Really wanting to share here. Tell me what this is. What is this? Oh, that's a lot of cards. Sorry. Let's take a deep breath. Just a couple messages here. Let's build this slowly. What is this? What is this dynamic here? What is this communication? What is this now, this newfound readiness? 4 of Swords sideways. That's kind of interesting, because look at this. Normally the 4 of Swords is a is as like a contemplative, meditative energy. But here we've got 4 cats in a circle around a fire. So maybe you're a little bit witchy. Maybe you've, you know, you have these rituals that you do perhaps. But this is sideways, so it's kind of like, I'm like, what is this, right, is what I was asking. So somebody's ready to come forward into a communication, and perhaps like, and they don't want to hold things close to their chest anymore, right? And we had that 4 of Pentacles, so like 4s here. Again, 4s were also relevant in the last reading. 4s may be significant to you as well. Perhaps something with work, some sort of collaboration energy. But it's like sideways. So why sideways? Why sideways? Why side? Oh, 2 of Swords. A little bit unsure still. A little bit of an indecisive thing still. Perhaps there's 2 characters in this 4 that are a little bit closer than the other 2. Maybe there's a total of 4 that have to come together. 2 of them are closer, and there's like maybe that unsureness of like, do we want to add these other 2 people to the party? I don't know. Why the unassuredness? Ace of Cups reversed. It's almost like, do we want to allow the other 2 people perhaps into this connection that we have, this emotional bond that we have? It's like a very sacred sort of thing, and so I'm not sure if we want to open up emotionally to other people perhaps. This is the Star. And this is, oh, interesting. Okay, I'm not sure what this one is. I'll have to pull it up in the book real quick, this Roman numeral. But what's cool about both of these is the Star is they're both pouring water onto this growing thing here. This growing thing here is a cup. So they're pouring water into this emotional cup on a lotus flower. That is so cool with that Ace of Cups reversed. It's like they have to pour emotionally into something, perhaps these other 2 people, in order to grow the team to where it needs to be, perhaps. But they're a little bit unsure of it, and I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe because of the Star. Let's get clarification on the Star. And I also need to figure out what this Roman numeral is. So give me just 1 second. Going the wrong way in the book. Okay. This is Temperance. Okay. We got Temperance. We got Sagittarius energy here. Growing an emotional cup for somebody to add to the group. The Star. What is the Star here? What is the Star here? 2 sideways cards again. 3 of Swords. We got these 2 cats again, sort of climbing up this mountain together and looking off. Is there not, I'm almost wondering if there's like a worry about like trust. It's like, they don't trust maybe perhaps this other person coming into the group for some reason. 7 of Pentacles. It's almost, and this is sort of like a solace looking card here, growing their own garden. It's almost like somebody feels more confident to just grow independently here, grow on their own, than with a team. Who are we talking about here? Are we talking about 1 or 2? Who is this? This is, oh, wow, what a beautiful, somebody, I've just got chills. Okay, whoever this is, somebody is really, look at this imagery. There's this white cat. There's this white cat shedding this black cat skin. This is like really far into the major arcana as well. I want to say it's the World. Oh my goodness, it's the World. So remember how this card here, pouring, oh gosh, this is, I'm like getting so like, oh. We had the Ace of Cups, right? Reversed. Not willing to emotionally pour into something, reserved, right? But we had the 4 of Pentacles reversed. So it's like not wanting to be reserved, right? Wanting to share it. Feeling unsure of sharing it though, that 2 of Swords. But then we've got this Temperance card, wanting to pour this beautiful, this water, this emotional to fill. Let me zoom this in if I can. See how that's a cup on that lotus flower? Pouring into that cup, wanting to grow that emotion, wanting to grow that love, okay? And then here we have the World on that lotus flower in front of this gushing waterfall, shedding the old skin, becoming completely anew. so much imagery over and over of the water pouring into the cup. You know, even with like, so the Seven of Pentacles too, with growing that garden, also growing the garden here too with the star, with that plant. So just over and over, water, growing, symbolic imagery, developing a love, an emotion. Who is this emotion for? What is this emotion? What is this world? That's really interesting. Nine of Swords reversed, that makes sense. Not feeling trapped anymore in a headspace that keeps you up at night with limiting beliefs, right? Really trying to take on new dynamics, being open to new dynamics, new things that will get you to wherever you're trying to go. But what's funny is that we've got this Fool reversed. So like, it's like very opposite of what we're saying with like the World. It's almost like with the World, since it's the very last card in the major arcana, and the Fool is like the very first one. It's like this shedding. So if you remember, the black cat was taking off its skin, becoming the white cat. What's so funny is that in this imagery of the Fool, it's this white cat. It's this white cat beginning a new journey, starting afresh, like just starting over. And I guess as it goes along, becomes the black cat, right? Becomes tainted and distorted by the pains of life. But it's almost like this cat in this story has completely shed the old ways, completely ready to start a new beginning in love, a new beginning of emotion. Lots of emotion that we saw with all that cup energy. But let's ask about why it's reversed. I think there was one other cup. Nope, that was all I had in there. Okay. Let's ask about why it's reversed, because that's curious to me for sure. Why reversed? Oh, I just dropped 2 cards on the ground. We'll check them at the very end, okay? Why reversed? 2 of Swords, sort of sideways again. Indecisive. I believe this is Judgment. 2 X's, I believe, is Judgment. Let me make sure. Yep, 2 X's is Judgment. Somebody feels so sure about their own ability to move into something new, but it's almost like they're having judgment around the ability for others to maybe perhaps be in the same energy. We have 10, this is what fell on the floor, 10 of Swords, and the Lovers reversed. Okay, so what I'm getting is like, if we're still going with that collaboration energy that was coming through earlier in the reading, it's like there's 2 people in a connection, perhaps in a work situation, who have a very close bond, like a lover's sort of relationship. They're attached to the hip. And there's other people that they have to work and collaborate with in order for something to go where they want it to go, essentially. They're either afraid that by letting other people into this dynamic, that it's going to mess up the lover's connection, it's going to somehow disrupt what they have going, or that perhaps the other person that's coming in, or the other people that's coming in, might take away, with that 10 of Swords, like stab in the back, might take away this lover. Like the lover may go to somebody else in the connection. Like they may choose somebody else. Is that going to happen? Is that something that even needs to be worried about? Whoa. This was in the last reading as well. I don't think it's a Knight. Maybe it's King. Maybe this is King of Swords. But the King has like a bigger crown symbol. I don't know if this is Page of Swords. There's no book to reference in this, so I'm not really sure what that symbol is. But again, forging something, building something. I don't feel like that was much clarification. Is that going to happen? Is the lover's connection going to... Is he going to lose his lover in this if they were to Nine of Swords reversed. It's like it's not something they need to worry about. It's like they're overthinking something, not needing. We had some other cards flip out, so I'm just looking in here where they are. Two of Swords. Oh, maybe this is, I'm sorry, this is Wands. Two of Wands reversed. They're kind of holding hands, like it's almost like they're making like a decision to get like, yeah, we're making this pact to do this together, but it's reversed. There is some aspect of this where they will lose this lover or this counterpart in a sense to the other person, because when you do collaborate with more people, the attention isn't going to be spread like it was before. Like before, if it was just two people, it's 50-50, right? Like it's like they're both kind of giving, or it was 100 in a sense, like that person was getting the other person's attention. And now when there's four, or however many, I'm just going with four because that's what we were getting in the beginning, that energy is going to be, that attention is going to be dissipated. So on some level, even if that person doesn't end up losing their lover connection, they're losing the full attention. Seven of Swords. But I don't think they would ever communicate that. I don't think that they'd ever really like address that. It almost feels like they'd be too ashamed to admit like, I miss you, and Tower reversed. I'm really afraid, this person's really afraid. I was saying I'm because I was like speaking for them, but I guess I shouldn't speak for them, but they're really afraid, it seems like, for this thing to come crumbling down. It seems like, but it's so funny that the Nine of Swords and stuff was reversed. This just fell out as I was trying to put these cards back in. This is the Emperor. So I'm really not getting fear, but there is the Two of Swords. Why Two of Swords if there's no fear? It's like they're so sure of themselves. I gotta get to the bottom of this. So they're sure of themselves. What are they really afraid of losing here? Where is, they're sure of themselves, where is the fear? Two, this is the High Priestess. I really do feel like they're, let's get more. I really do feel like they're afraid of losing her somehow. Like there's a feminine dynamic in this, and they're, can I get clarification on this High Priestess? The World reversed. It's almost like the World, it could be a Taurus in this sense. It's almost like, or not a Taurus, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm blanking now on what the World, is it Capricorn? Oh gosh, I can't remember now. I'm gonna have to look that up. Drop it down in the comments if you happen to know what astrological sign symbolizes with the World. It's almost like the World is the character that we're talking about that's afraid of losing somebody here. Afraid of losing, it seems like, the High Priestess. He's afraid that she's going to reject him in some way, or not give him the same amount of attention. Can I get some sort of confirmation that I'm telling the story right? Whoa. Six of Pentacles. I would say, hold on, we got more. We had another one that fell on the ground too. This looks like maybe King of Pentacles reversed. Not sure when that fell out, by the way. Six of Pentacles, and then we had, I guess this is like, again, I don't know what the symbol is. It's either like a page or something. Maybe it's Ace of Cups? I don't think that'd be an ace, would it? Maybe it would be. No, that'd be a one. That'd be a one. I don't know. Could be a page. Page of Cups. Anyway, it's this kitty cat sitting at this desk, scrolling with a feather pen. Maybe a very old-timey kind of person, an old soul type of person, which would make a lot of sense with that Emperor vibe. Like this is somebody who's lived before. This is somebody who's, I'm not getting a very old person here. I'm getting like a wise person here. Which makes a lot of sense because they seem to know, like, they know that emotional openness, going back to all that whole shedding of the skin, the waterfall, emotional openness is what is necessary for anything really to go right as far as manifestation, as far as creating things. and they know that it's the right choice. There's a little bit of fear. It's so weird. It's like there's a fear and there's not a fear. There's so much trust in this masculine energy I'm kind of getting, in the divine, in timing, in what's right and meant for you will happen. So there's so much trust in that, which is why they're such a powerful like emperor and manifester, and they know what the right things to do are. So I don't want to say there's a fear around losing somebody, because that's very like and fear is a very sort of unawakened energy, but it's also very human, and we're still human here. So actually we're not human, we're cats here. So but I'm just, I guess we didn't really address this Pentacles reversed energy. What's the final message here? Because we've seen the world, we know where they're heading, we know there's reservation around it for whatever reason. It's not even like a true reservation. Let me get let's just ask final outcome here. We've got a pretty clear view of this character and what their reservations are in general. So I kind of want to just see where they're going with it. Like, what's this going to end up being? Eight of Wands reverse, sideways. I'm sorry, Eight of Wands sideways. This is very interesting. So the imagery on this card is like a cat. He's like kind of tipping his hat. He's sort of passing off a wand to a cat that's sitting cross-legged in like it's almost like a shop or like a booth. Eight of Wands is like a fast moving forward energy. Like it's like, you know, heading towards something usually, but this one's almost like I gotta go. That's almost like I gotta go. Three of Swords reversed. I have to go, but I'm not going to be brokenhearted about it. Ace of Wands. I have a new passion that I'm heading towards. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, so is this cat who was becoming so emotionally open, is that person leaving this dynamic as these other people come in and moving independently on their own path? Eight of Pentacles reversed. We were talking about this being a work situation, right? They might be moving on out of this work situation. It's reversed. It's almost like they're celebrating it too. They've got this big ass cake. They might be leaving and moving on to a new beginning. Oh my gosh, just as this reading was like ending, it's like getting juicy now. Like I almost want to know more. What is this new passion? Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta dig now. What is this new passion? Ten of Wands reversed. Something that feels a lot less stressful, something that feels a lot less burdensome. We were saying in the beginning, like they felt like they're maybe having to like hold a lot of people up, or they felt like other people in this thing were not able to elevate to the level that they felt like they were at, and that might have just really felt like a lot of burdens, a lot of weight to be carrying. And so wherever they're moving towards is a lot less burdens for this person. Just looked at the time, and it's 43:43. Anything else we need to know for Scorpio? This is Scorpio, right? Scorpio. What else? What else needs to be said here? Let's just pull an oracle card. I think the tarot messages are done. Whoa. That was intense, guys. I was not expecting that person to leave the connection. Ooh. I don't have to fit in. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This person is moving independently into their own beautiful new thing, shedding that skin. That World card, totally just starting over. At the bottom of the deck, I will heal and move on. Dude, what a juicy reading. Okay, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I think it speaks for itself. Whoa, good for you, Scorpio. That's crazy. Not what I was expecting. You put so much time and effort into something and decide at the end of the day you got to choose yourself. Good for you. Good for you. Wow, I'm still like reeling from that one. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed that one. I sure had a lot of fun doing that reading. I loved using that Black Cat Tarot deck. It's actually like one of my favorite decks, but I rarely use it because I feel so awkward like going back into this book and like looking, you know, this isn't even for this deck. You know, like I said, there's no key for this deck, so it's always a little tricky when I read it, but so worth it because the imagery just really helps clarify the story that you're trying to get across. So yeah, big fan. Drop it in the comments, by the way. I think I asked a question earlier. Anyway, just drop a comment, hit a like, you know, do a little subscribe if you haven't. I really much appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time.